This is Natural Powerlifting Radio. Deadlifts, chicken nuggets, video games. This is Check My Total, a powerlifting podcast with Timothy Payne and Andrew Hinson.
Welcome everybody to another episode. This episode we talk about Andrew's first Jiu-Jitsu competition.
Oh yeah.
I guess to get right into it, we can start with the morning. So Andrew wakes up, he gets on the couch, he's half naked. I come walking out of the bathroom. He just in there on his boxers.
That's right.
His wife's making him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because she's just sweet like that. Let's see. How early do we have to get up?
So let's see. This Jiu-Jitsu competition, I guess to give a little background is I've been training at the 10th plant of Huntsville for about 10 months, 11 months, something like that. And so this is my first competition. And there's another gym in Decatur, Alabama that has a lot of really good people at it. And they were having a competition at their facilities with a couple other gyms in the Alabama area. And so the competition started, I guess, weigh-in started at 9. And,
right.
You know, unlike some powerlifting federations, you know, some federations do 24-hour weigh-ins, some do 2-hour weigh-ins. Well, Jiu-Jitsu is a 1-hour weigh-in. So you ain't losing any weight.
Well, I mean, I guess you could starve yourself the night before.
Yeah, you're going to lose a little bit of water weight, so you ain't doing those crazy cuts, which is my first competition, so I didn't cut.
Yeah.
So, plus another reason I didn't cut is when I registered for the competition, there was nobody in my weight class, so they just bumped me up to the heavier weight class. So that was the 215 super heavy weight class, which 215 being super heavy is a little bit weird coming from powerlifting.
Hey, I just thought of something. So did they have a pre-registration, like a certain period of where you could register?
Yeah, so this competition,
when you could, you know what I'm saying, was registration cut off after a certain date?
Yes, the registration was purely online, and you had to register, I want to say, by the Wednesday before the competition or Thursday before. Because they use that software Smooth Comp, and it has to get the brackets and stuff in line and whatnot.
Okay. So you knew who you were going against by that Wednesday.
Yeah, you could look at the brackets and you could see who you're going up against. I mean, I didn't know the guy.
Right. I'm just saying nobody's walking in that morning that wasn't already registered and competing.
Yeah, everyone already registered.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was an interesting experience. Got in around 9, went and weighed in at 196, I want to say, and so it was a good little first hour. You kind of get there, relax, and then closer towards 10 is when the actual event started. And so,
well, let's walk backwards a second. So you said you had to get bumped up in weight classes. So what was the original weight class you were going to do, and then what did they bump you up to? The
original was 202. It was 188 to 202 was the weight class. It was called the heavyweight class, and then I got bumped up to the 203 to 215 class, the super heavies.
So what was the weight class called above super heavy?
I think it was like ultra heavy.
Oh, I guess I'm in the ultra heavy class.
Yeah, you're in the ultra heavy class, dog. You 215 plus. That's what it was. 215 plus.
Man, that makes you sound like a giant. Ultra heavy.
Yeah, man.
Well,
It's
anyways,
probably
all
took
right.
people to lose weight.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I'm with you. I wonder why they just don't do it by like UFC or some other MMA kind of weight classes and just cap it at 265 or whatever.
I think some do. Just for some reason, this one was different.
And this is Submission League, right? The federation that ran this.
Yeah, it was a submission league.
So are they all over the country?
You know, I really don't know. I'm not entirely
Okay.
sure.
Gotcha.
Not
Well, anyways,
entirely.
this gym, it was just a big old, kind of reminds you of a CrossFit box, just a big tin building. I guess it was like a warehouse because we were kind of in a business area of a whole bunch of different businesses. It
Yeah, that
had
was a
it had one big old bay door, and then
yeah.
it had a bunch of box fans. They didn't have any air or anything in there. So that place got hot.
I mean, it reminds you of like an old school powerlifting gym.
Yeah, kind of.
Just a big old
So
where.
so the mats that they had on the floor, they separated into 4 different mats. So if this is bigger than Huntsville, then how many mats would Huntsville have if they separated it the same way?
Uh, there probably just one mat.
Oh, okay. So that is a tiny place where you're training at.
Yeah, it probably you might could do. I mean, you probably do two, maybe. It wouldn't be as big as those others, so
Okay.
I don't think. Uh, so
Yeah.
yeah, our 10th Plant Huntsville is a little smaller as far as space goes.
Gotcha. But yeah, as soon as Andrew got weighed in, everything, they got all the competitors together in the corner and had like not a lifters meeting, but just the rules meeting. The whole thing reminded me of a powerlifting meet. It was like the same kind of people. I don't know. Like I had a lot of powerlifting vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean there were some big meaty boys there too.
Yeah, there were.
Some
Um,
big boys.
One of the things I wasn't expecting was the gi division. Because since it was
Yeah,
all 10th planet stuff, I wasn't expecting gi people to be there.
yeah, that's because it was there was another school called Triad Martial Arts, I think, and they also I think they co-hosted it with 10th Planet, and a
Uh-huh.
lot of them do the gi.
Okay.
There's quite a few gi people. Well, I think some people on 10th Planet also do gi. Another thing that's interesting is some people registered for both.
Yeah.
So some people no gi and then some people in the gi. Which that gi game, that's a different game, man.
Yeah, man. It is. I watched a little girl get choked out by the collar of her gi.
Yeah,
It
man.
was it's pretty brutal. Well, I don't know if brutal is the right way to determine it. It's just different than not wearing a gi.
Man, I'd be throwing that gi off. I'd be like, you ain't grabbing my collar.
But like I said earlier, they split that thing up into 4 mats, but really they only had 3 going as far as competition goes. The fourth mat was kind of reserved for just the competitors to chill and wait for their match to begin.
Yeah.
So they had three of these things going at the same time.
It was a lot of fun. It was it I guess you never really know when I wasn't really sure when my first match would start because depending on how the other matches go. They it seemed like they organized it by they did the lighter weights first, and then they kept working their way up to the heavier weight classes.
I think that's the way it went down. Yeah. And the children also went first. So
Yeah,
really, the children kind of had their own exclusive mat. One of those mats, I think, was just kids all day.
yeah, I think so. I think I thought it was ran pretty well. There's a lot of competitors. So I guess if you only did one match, you'd be there all day.
Yeah. Let's see. We started at 10 o'clock. What time did we get out of there?
We left at like 1:30ish, and it wasn't even all over yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, explain that. So, why there were matches still going on?
So what they do apparently is you go through all your divisions and weight, and then what happens is there's an absolute class, which is basically the open class.
Yeah.
And there's no belt levels, there's no weight limit. It's legitimately anyone can go. It don't matter. You can be a white belt and 90 pounds, and you might go up against a 300-pound black belt. You just don't know.
Yeah. But
So,
if we weren't in there getting beat down by the heat all day, we probably would have stuck around and watched it.
Yeah, it was getting hot.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about you, man. How'd your day go?
Our first competition, I can't complain any. I think I did well. So I went 2 for 2, and so this competition was double elimination.
Well,
so
2 and 2, not 2 for 2.
Oh yeah, 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So, it's double elimination. So I went up against my first opponent, and I got caught in a guillotine, and then basically my mind went blank and forgot how to get out of a guillotine. I tried to flip out of it. That didn't work. And so I got submitted by the guillotine, and that put me in the loser's bracket.
Yeah, you want me to tell you how fast it happened? Because I got the timestamp on my video. You got choked out. You got choked out in 36 seconds.
36 seconds, man.
First match ever.
Yeah. First match ever, gone in 36. Although I will say that's not the fastest I've been tapped. I've been tapped faster.
In Andrew's defense, the guy that choked him out did win the whole division.
True.
Yeah.
So,
all right, boom, you're in the losers bracket.
I got to go up against this other guy. And so I decided I'll just stick to my only game plan I got right now as a terrible white belt. I go for straight ankles and go for the leg. And so I was like, these boys were bigger than me. Like, they were all bigger than me. They all outweighed me. And I was a little worried that I was like, if I try and play the top game, that I might just get flipped over and I'd be on the bottom, and I really don't want to be on the bottom. So I was like, I'll just shoot for the legs and hope I get something.
Yeah, man.
First match starts, and I push into him a little bit, and then I immediately drop to the ground and start grabbing for the leg. And I pulled a textbook Ashi and tried to pull his heel up to my face, and then got a straight ankle and made him fall to the ground. And it actually worked.
Yeah.
It actually worked. It worked exactly like it's supposed to. And I was shaking, man. He was a big boy. He would not submit.
If I had to take a guess, I think this guy was like 6'2".
Yeah, he was a little taller than me too.
Yeah. I'd say he was like 6'2". Anyways, so you got him on the ground.
Got him on the ground, and I'm just going. I'm trying to submit him. But he's not tapping, and I'm just like, this is the hardest straight ankle I've ever done. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So then I put my hip, I get my knee out, and I basically stomp on his hip, and I'm basically leg pressing the dude away from me while pulling on his ankle. and then he taps. He taps then.
Yeah.
But my goodness, which probably meant a couple things. Probably meant I did not have I was too far up on the ankle and I needed to move down a little bit. Or the dude was just not going to tap.
Yeah.
So that happened on that one. And then I go to my next one, and this dude is way taller than me. Like, he's really tall. And then
maybe that's the guy I'm thinking of, being the tall guy.
Maybe the other guy was also taller than me.
Yeah.
But this guy was like way taller than me.
Yeah. Okay, I got you now. I thought it was the same guy both times. But you're right.
And then that match, I tried the same thing. I went for the leg, and it went well. He did get out of it. We ended up going for like all 6 minutes or 5 minutes. I forget how long the round was.
6, I think.
So basically, we didn't submit each other. And so we went into overtime. And it was EBI rules. So it's a little different, but it's pretty fun. You get offense and defense, and you can basically take their back or get into what's called spider web, which is an arm bar. And we basically just stuck to the back, and we just kept rotating offense and defense who had the back, and we were trying to escape and submit each other. And we did 3 overtimes, and I ended up winning on the by having the fastest escapes. So I won that one, and then that put me back. I worked my way all the way up to the top.
Yep.
But the sad thing was that final match was over before it began.
Yeah, Andrew, as soon as they went into these overtime matches and Andrew was trying to, escape from old dude trying to choke him out in overtime, Andrew, man, he got gassed out. So I knew it was about to be bad.
It was a bad situation, because the sad thing was I got more comfortable as the tournament went on. And so I feel like I would not have I was just more comfortable. And so I feel like I could have, maybe put up a little better of a fight and maybe tried some more stuff. But I'm telling you, man, at the end of the day, I was out, and the other dude, he just got me. He got the better of me.
Yeah, Andrew, after that overtime match, he walks off the mat, and the next thing I know, he's laying on his back, and his teammates are around him.
Then, I am done. I am done. And then, like 4 minutes later, they call my name again.
That's what I was about to say. I don't even think it was 5 minutes, because the match after y'all, dude got choked out quick. So now Andrew's having to roll again, like I said, in less than 5 minutes for the championship.
It was not a fun time for me, but hey, at the end of the day, coming in second, it was a good experience.
Well, how did the last guy beat you?
Arm bar.
Yep.
He got me in a arm bar. Actually, it was really cool. I actually learned something from him. I didn't know you could go. I never have tried swinging an arm bar from that position. He, if I remember correctly, he was in side control, I think. And
yeah.
I want to say he was attempting to come on top of me into mount, maybe. I might be wrong on that. But anyway.
Go ahead.
I think what happened is I did a white belt mistake. And, I'm not really used to people doing this. It doesn't seem to – I'm generally able to scoot out. But I stuck my arm while I was trying to get to my side, stuck my arm out. And he basically took that opportunity and, flipped into an arm bar.
Yeah, the way I took it watching it, because I watched these videos earlier today. It might have been when you posted on Instagram. But anyway, the way it looked like to me is that he was almost trying to get your arm into a Kimura or something, and that's when you decided to straighten it out. And then that's how he set you up to, flop his leg over and get you in the straight arm bar.
Yeah, I mean, that might be what happened.
Because, to me, it just looked like he was trying to get you in something else and then transitioned. But
Which, when he went for it, I knew what I was like. I just got to clear my shoulder line and get my elbow past his hip. But I just could not.
Yeah, he got you.
He put it on quick.
Yeah, that was about a 40-second match too.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a good day. I mean, you won 2 matches in your first ever Jiu-Jitsu tournament.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They gave you a nice little silver medal.
Yeah, I got a little silver medal, and it was a good time. I think it was a good experience because, it's always good to roll with people bigger than you.
Yeah.
A little different.
And just to speak about the community and stuff, all the people there seemed to be really nice. Like, there was no, you think you're going to a mixed martial arts thing that everybody's going to be, like, mean and, trying to beat you up. But it wasn't like that at all. It was a real positive environment.
Yeah, and I think another highlight is watching some of those kid matches. Some of those kids are great.
They're so quick and so flexible. They're just, like, constantly moving. It's crazy. Like, I wish I had the gas tank of one of these kids. I bet you do too.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's one thing I got to work on. I gotta work on my work capacity, and I got a lot of things to work on as a white belt. Basically everything. Every single thing to be worked on.
Well, I guess now you kind of know the pacing of one of those things. Which even as a powerlifter, if you're a powerlifter and you're coming to a full power meet, first time ever, you got to learn how to pace yourself too. But
yeah, they coaches keep telling you, don't gas out, don't give it your all. You got more matches. Yeah, I gave them all.
Well, now you know, which there's all kinds of positives to take away from last weekend.
There is. You got a lot of things to work on. Got some new things I want to try out.
Yeah.
Learned a lot. Got a very, very long and hard journey in front of me.
Yeah.
But we'll kind of see what keeps happening. There's a lot of areas I need to work on and improve in. But I think the majority of it is, I think it'll just come with time on the mat,
Yeah, dude.
Being a white belt means you kind of suck at everything.
But hey, that's just the beginning.
It is just the beginning. I don't know when the other tournaments are coming up in the area, but I'd be down to do some more. I need to get some more training, but I'd be down to maybe do one in the February-ish time zone.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I think 6 months is March from now.
6 months is March. Maybe I'll do one in March.
Yeah.
Because it's a little different than powerlifting. Powerlifting, I feel like, I don't know. It's like in powerlifting, you have to have this routine. You got to peak. You got to get everything in line. And you can have a really stressful just training cycle, trying to get ready and not peak too soon or peak late and whatnot. But
yeah,
Jiu-Jitsu, which, I mean, obviously, I'm sure if you are a higher level competitor and you go to these high level tournaments and you go through like these intense fight camps, it's a different story. But dude, it's more like knowledge, kind of like you have to have a knowledge. Like, your knowledge of jiu-jitsu isn't going to go away the day of the competition. It's not like you have to peak your knowledge and like.
Right.
I mean, really, all you have to do is not roll hard or train really hard the week of. Just do some drilling and stuff.
Yeah, like you said, it's just collecting information, probably, the more meets that you go to.
Yeah. So I feel like you could compete more in jiu-jitsu per year than you could powerlifting. Like powerlifting, I'd say 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah, to do it the right way.
1 or 2 competitions a year. That's probably about all you got. And then you start doing more than that and really not building strength.
We're talking full power competitions. Like, you can go off and do a deadlift only or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's like you're exerting a lot of energy, but you can recuperate better than you can versus having just tried to squat, 700 pounds. I don't think you break down as much rolling around doing jiu-jitsu as you do trying to lift weights.
Well, I think it's a thing of like, it's just you have to get in a certain mental state to just put that weight on your back.
Well, that's true too.
And you have to your nervous system has to be ready. And it's just a different game. Like, I'm still sore from the competition. Like, I felt I was probably as sore from that competition as I was when I do powerlifting. I was probably equally as sore just because of all the energy exerted. But it's just you got to be in a different mindset, and your body has to be in a different position for powerlifting. It's just a lot of mental prep and stuff.
Well, like you said, your nervous system. I didn't even really think about that. That's probably one of the biggest factors of powerlifting.
Yeah. And so, like jiu-jitsu, I didn't have a lot of stress going into the competition. One, because it was a local competition, and I'm a white belt first time, so I didn't really put any pressure. But
low
I'm sure it'll be
expectations.
What?
I said low expectations. You weren't going in there thinking you were going to beat everybody.
Yeah, I went in there with one goal, and that was to not get injured.
Yeah, you're realistic about it. Yeah, man.
It was fun. And then now I'm on this vegan challenge for 14 days.
Which is probably more on your mental game than doing jiu-jitsu or powerlifting.
Probably. I was at work today, and someone was like, "Hey, I brought some carrot cake." And you know what? I almost went and got some because it just slipped my mind that I'm vegan and I can't have carrot cake.
Yeah, I guess there's eggs and stuff in it.
Yeah, and there's cream cheese.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, you know what, though? If you actually look at cream cheese, like icing and stuff, there's no cheese or milk in it.
What?
Yeah, cream cheese is one of those things that's like accidentally vegan. Yeah, next time you're in the store, like go look at a couple of cream cheese things. Yeah, sometimes they're accidentally vegan. Some of that stuff is.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I made a mistake on my milk choice for the week. That silk milk I bought, that was almond and coconut.
Yeah.
Because Walmart didn't have just almond, and so I bought it, and so it tasted good. I actually liked it. I had a half a glass of it, and I was like, man, this is really good. It's really sweet, and I was like, man, this is actually not bad. But then I mixed it with a fruit smoothie, and the problem is that the milk is so sweet that I couldn't taste any fruit, and it was like I was getting this massive sugar rush, and I was like, why is this so sweet? And then I was Googling, and people were saying, you should probably buy unsweetened milk, almond milk or coconut milk.
Yeah, I think that's what we get is unsweetened. But you can start making smoothies with water, You don't have to use milk.
Man, water, man, it's nasty, dog.
I'm just floating that out there. But,
you gotta have something to thicken it up, right?
Yeah.
Which maybe that's what the banana's for.
Yeah, your fruit and stuff should thicken it. or if you're throwing greens in it or whatever.
I threw some greens in it. It was all right, but man, it just got too sweet. I was like, whoo, this is a little bit too much for me.
Well, I was afraid the coconut almond combination would be weird.
It actually wasn't. It was just too sweet. I probably will not get coconut, but they didn't have straight almond milk. Walmart was not doing good that day. They weren't doing good.
You should try some cashew if you ever see it anywhere. I like cashew milk.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot. I also got another story, man. I'm telling you, man, I was in some pain the other day making that stir fry. So I'm chopping up that jalapeno that put in this vegetable stir fry, and I get done making it, and I'm waiting for Becca to get home, and I've already washed my hands like 2 or 3 times. And so what I do is I got a wedgie. So, I stick my hand down my pants to reorganize the wedgie.
Yeah.
And I got jalapeno juice all up on the private. So I got them all up on the test. Somehow.
So it was a front wedgie?
Yeah, well, it was bunched up in the back, and I had to readjust the front.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, dog. Well, first off, I didn't think nothing of it. And I sit down on the couch. I got my laptop out. I'm doing some work.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I noticed that I'm getting, like, there's some heat generating down there. And I'm just like, I was like, what is going on? But then I was like, oh, maybe maybe I'm like a little sweaty or something. I was like, I don't know. But then it kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I was like, goodness gracious, it's like I put icy hot down there. And then I was like, how did this happen? And then I started thinking, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Do my fingers have jalapeno juice? And then I licked my thumb, and I licked the tip of some of my fingers, and sure enough, there's jalapeno on there. And I'm telling you, for about 20 minutes, man, I was burning up, man. I'm telling you, I had to like get a rag and put a rag on them.
That's what I was about to say. You hop in the shower, or you just got the rag?
I put a rag on, I was trying everything I could, man. It was not fun, man. I was not sure what was going to happen.
Well, now you know to wash your hands before you go adjusting your wedgies.
Well, I already washed my hands like 2 or 3 times.
Hey, that jalapeno juice don't play.
Man, it was bad though, man. Got it all over my junk, man. It was not a good man. I got it all over. It was hot. It was painful. And I will not be doing that again.
Good call. But yeah, it was a good weekend. We're doing this 14 days. As of this recording, we're on day 2.
Are you going to post any meals today?
Probably not today. We might go to the snow cone place.
You should post the snow cone.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Maybe I'll get like green apple or something. It'll be green. Yeah, but hey, man, I think that wraps it up for this podcast.
That wraps it up. People of all ethnicities, races, and booty shapes, may you all listen to this podcast and get a little something out of it. I hope everyone knows that I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your legs. I'm coming for your throat. And maybe you'll catch me in a guillotine. Because apparently I'm really bad at defending those. You can just give me 30 seconds in the daggum guillotine. But ladies and gentlemen, try something new. Live right. Diet right. 14-day vegan challenge. No meat for all the days. Supporting Mother Nature and eating all of her plants. That is the goal for these 14 days. I hope that you got something out of listening to this podcast. I hope that you remember that no matter what comes, in your weight today that if you eat a piece of spinach, you'll be strong like Popeye the Sailor Man. You get strong like an ox from eating beans. At least that's what they say. I don't know. I'll let you know in 14 days. We'll see what I look like. I might be looking like Adonis at the end of the 14 days. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great one.
We're out of here.
Up next is Iron Boy Nationals. The event will be on October 18th and 19th. That Friday evening will be our bench-only competition, and on the 19th, Saturday, will be the full power event. It will be held in Belmont, North Carolina, and once again, that's October 18th and 19th. We hope you come out, lift, watch, and support the event. See y'all later.
Please subscribe and thank you for listening. Be sure to follow @CheckMyTotal on Instagram for all the latest updates.